Hey everyone, it is Friday, July 2nd. The time right now is 6:10 p.m. and the temperature outside is around 18 degrees Celsius.
Next stop, Front Street East.
And this is the 504 King Streetcar. And it has just turned south off of King Street. And it's making its way down to the Distillery Loop. And we'll be there in a minute or so. And then I'll get off the streetcar and go for a walk through the Distillery District. Then I think I'll head up to Front Street East and we'll walk west along Front Street East and I'll take a quick look around the St. Lawrence Market property and then head over through Berczy Park. I'm not quite sure where I'll finish up, but I'll figure it out. As you can see, it's a mostly empty streetcar right now. And just to the south of here is Front Street East. I kind of like this rear-facing view out of the streetcars. Hello. Here's a neat skyline view just off to the west.
Next stop, Distillery Loop.
There is the Distillery District. It's been quite a while since I've last walked through there. There I am, just waiting to get off the streetcar. Masks still are required on the TTC, at least for time being, so I've got mine on.
Please look right for traffic when exiting.
There's a look at the streetcar. Just off to the east here is the still very much under development Canary District. So this is Cherry Street. And there's the rail tracks just up above there. And a look at the Distillery Loop. So the Distillery District here was built in 1861. And the Gooderham and Worts Distillery goes back to 1832. And I think it was back in 2003 when this area was first opened to the general public. It is considered private property, although in general, there's no issues if you just walk on in. I do remember at one point back in the mid-2000s, I worked for a company that had rented out the courtyard for a private event.
It's partly, but it's also good.
And there's the Mill Street Brewery. Mill Street runs just north of the Distillery District. And you can go this way. I'm just going to head over to the main courtyard.
And yes, I would suggest you to come here because when you are sitting,
There was rain forecasted for tonight, so that might be why it's not so busy. We did have some rain earlier, off and on. And the forecast says thunderstorms are expected at 8 and 9 p.m. So we'll have to see if that ever comes to fruition. More often than not, the forecasts have been wrong these days. And there's a look towards Mill Street. And a look at the Epitonium. I saw this once riding by on my bike and I looked in. There's usually some neat art up in this area. I guess the threat of rain is what's keeping people from dining out here. Usually these tables are quite busy. At least they were last summer when I came through here. Arc de Blob. It's kind of neat. This looks familiar. Perhaps the movie Tommy Boy has been jogged in your memory, as this is where that was primarily set, here in parts of U of T. There's a look at Balzac's Coffee. This will be just a quick walk through the Distillery District. In fact, I'm more than halfway through it. And that sun is really coming down from the west. Really coming down. I talk about it as if it's rain, but you get the idea. It's been kind of cloudy and overcast, so I didn't really think it would be an issue. I'll also be going by the Flatiron Building later along Front Street, and that was the head office for the distillery that was located here. This wooden sculpture is new. I have not seen that before.
I was gonna say that there's still.
Here's Parliament Street. And just across the street is Parliament Square Park. So I'll cut through that and I'll head up to Front Street. And we'll take one last look at the Distillery District. I've done other more informative walks through there before. And this is right around the site of the first Parliament buildings. That would be the original Upper Canada Parliament buildings. This here is Hahn and the Esplanade. So I'll walk north up Hahn to Front Street. I didn't really get up to anything today. Had a pretty good night last night. I went out to the Broadview Hotel. They have a fantastic rooftop facility. And before that, I met some family that visited from Niagara Falls. And today, I was supposed to get a package from Purolator. And normally, in my experience, they come in the mid-afternoon, and it says it is in transit, expected by July 2nd, and here we go at 6:24 p.m. and I just checked my phone and it has not yet been delivered. This is the old Consumers Gas Company engine and pump house, dating back to 1889. Here's Front Street East. And this building right here think is home to the Canadian Opera Company. And this goes back to 1882. It's kind of an administration home. And there's rehearsal spaces. And a 450-seat Imperial Oil theater. But the primary home for the Canadian Opera Company, I think, is over at the Four Seasons Center at the intersection of Queen and University. And you know what? I think I'm going to need to be on the other side of the street here. If there's a break in traffic, I can try to cross. I think the sun will just be a little bit less harsh from the north side. There we go, I think that's much better. And here's the old Toronto Sun building on the right. That's a tabloid-esque newspaper in Toronto. They've since moved up to Bloor Street East and occupied the same space as their sister newspaper. That would be the National Post. No Frills is a discount supermarket. And this is Princess in front. And there used to be a short-lived Sobeys supermarket where this new condo is going up. I used to live just south of here. Here's a Dying Breed, a downtown gas station. And just on the northwest corner, there's a couple of 26-story condos going up. Right here at Sherbourne and Front. There's a Toronto Public Library branch. And the next major street to the north of here that runs parallel to front is King Street. This is the birthplace of Robert Baldwin. Or at least on that site stood a building where he was born. There's a number of restaurants with some rather lively patios just west of George Street right here. And that bar I just walked by was the Jason George. This is Corner Place. I'll head over and take a quick look around the St. Lawrence Market. And it is closed Sundays and Mondays. You can find the exact hours on their website. There's the site of the new Northern Market location. That's where I think on Sundays they'll hold the antique market, and on Saturdays a farmer's market. There's a temporary structure just on the south of the building, or to the south of the building, where they hold those markets until the new one is built. Let's just go take a quick walk around the perimeter on the second level here. And I think due to COVID, they're restricting entrance and exits from around this part of the building. And if you live in that condo, you can just cross this bridge here straight to the property. That's kind of neat. This is a food market. If you're into deli items, cheeses, and different kinds of meats, this is probably your place. There's also some great spots to get some sandwiches and that sort of thing in the basement. And there's the temporary Southern Market. This here is the Esplanade. And that's a look back towards where I started. Those towers off in the distance are at the Distillery District. And you could climb down to Market Street here. And there's another Balzac's coffee location. And it's back to Front Street. There's a pub here on the corner that serves up a pretty good breakfast.
So it's like next day a week. Yeah.
That is Paddington's Pump. I quite like this look. I don't think the camera really does it justice. Here's Duke's Refresher. Used to be a Wendy's right along here. And did I miss it? But I thought there was a Jack Astor's. There's been a lot of changes during COVID. And this is church here. And the rather well-known Hot House restaurant on the northeast corner there. But it would be almost criminal not to come stand here and get a look at the Flatiron Building. It's good to see the Flatirons patio back up. There was some road work being done over there, as you can tell by the new asphalt. I'm not sure when exactly they reopened, but they didn't open along with everyone else a few weeks ago. There's a lot of people all in front and behind me.
Not burning like the last couple of days.
And of course, the lineup to get into Winners. What else is new? And I'll pop over to Berczy Park. And this fountain hasn't been turned on for quite a while. It's the rather well-known dog fountain, plus one cat. And speaking of dogs, I uploaded a video of me walking a dog on my other channel. There's a link to that in the description if you're interested. It's a very different way to record a walking video. There's the backside of the Flatiron. And this is great to see. These restaurants here on Wellington Street actually have large outdoor dining areas set up. And that's fairly new as well. Sukhothai, which is one of my favorite Thai restaurants in the city, didn't have that before. And there's Uncle Tony's Pizzeria and East 36. Just gonna snap a picture here. Yes, I am shamelessly fishing for a thumbnail. I got my camera out. I think with the red and white tiles here, it certainly gives this park a very nice aesthetic. Okay, and it's back to Front Street. And I think that guy was a pilot for Porter Airlines. They recently resumed service from the Toronto Island Airport.
Oh, yes.
And that's Biff's on the right. There used to be a location of Fran's along here, but they closed up during the pandemic. It was a diner, perhaps better known for their college location.
Just give you some suggestions. Take it home.
And here we go, we're at the end of Front Street West. As on the other side of Yonge Street here, just past the Hockey Hall of Fame, it becomes, or rather right at the Hockey Hall of Fame, it becomes Front Street West. Sorry, did I say we're at the end of? You get the idea. That was the end of Front Street East. Maybe I'll just walk north up to Melinda Street. I'm thinking, since the weather is kind of nice, I might do a live stream. I was thinking of either doing that or recording 2 walking videos. And I know my videos have been rather downtown centric as of late. I'll see if I can get out and record some other parts of the city in the coming weeks. Really, the Step 2 reopening is sort of what kept me to this area, as that's where all the interesting stuff is happening, at least in my opinion. And everything into the left here is the financial district.
I thought I was seeing you tomorrow, but I'm happy to see you right now. I'll make it to see you now. Are you guys in a rush? You guys come here or right there?
Looks like some friends inadvertently ran into one another. And here's Melinda Street. There's a little courtyard just over to the left here. Just in behind Commerce Court West, which is that large silver building straight ahead. So I'll just head over there to end this, and I'll figure out what I'll do next. And there's a look up at Commerce Court North. One of the best examples of Art Deco buildings in the city. And just to the north there is King Street. And this looks like as good a place as any to wrap this one up. So I'd like to thank you for watching this walk that started at the Distillery District and then traveled westwards along Front Street East over to Berczy Park and then on to this area nestled between some skyscrapers. If you wish to support the channel, there are links to my Instagram in the description. I also have Patreon, where you can financially support the channel, purely optional, and channel memberships are available on my YouTube page. Anywho, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.